Well, continuing with our quest in Devizes to find out what the general public and shopkeepers think about the possible closure of the marketplace for parking vehicles. I'm in Timpsons, where they cut keys and resole shoes and so on and so forth. And the gentleman I'm talking to is
Ashley.
Ashley. Thanks for your time. Ashley, you possibly read in the newspaper about the possible idea of closing the marketplace for vehicles and utilising it for street entertainment or whatever. What's your thoughts on it?
I think it's a joke, really. Everyone relies on free parking. No one wants to pay for parking for doing a 10-minute job. Yeah, I think the council's just trying to line their pockets, really.
Yeah, this was the Trust for Devizes actually who mooted this, and they had a traffic expert whose name eludes me at the moment. But anyway, he suggested this and also other ideas for rerouting traffic around Devizes and so on and so forth. But this seems to be the most contentious of his ideas, is the closure of the marketplace. I mean, if they did close it, they're talking about maybe having outside dining and maybe street theatre. I mean, what is your thoughts on that?
Well, personally, I don't think it will bring any more trade to the town, because as it is on some days, in the prepaid car parks, you do fight for a car parking space, and no one really wants to walk a long way from a car park to just get to the town.
You see, this gentleman, he said that he's been monitoring the car parks in Devizes, and even on the market days, he maintains that there's loads of parking spaces. What's your thoughts on that?
Now, I don't drive into town, but I have family that do drive into town on market days. Unless they don't get into town really early, they do find it a struggle to park, especially close to the town. Saturdays, I've come up into town in the car, and again I've done a whole loop of the town centre, and there's no parking spaces. Most of the time I have to park a bit out of town just to get in, walk into town.
So you think this gentleman actually is wrong when he says there's loads of parking spaces no matter what day you turn up here?
Some days are more busier than others.
Of course.
But yeah, I do think it's wrong, and I don't think it's going to ease the traffic myself.
And you think it would detract certainly from trade within Devizes if there wasn't this 30-minute... I mean, do you think it would be better if it was an hour's parking, or do you think 30 minutes is adequate?
I would have preferred it to stay as the hours parking. When they did cut it down to a 30-minute one, there was a lot of people unhappy with it. Unfortunately, there's not a lot we can do with that. But
no, we seem to be told what's going to happen, and we have to live with it, don't we? Right. Actually, thank you ever so much for your time. I know that you're working hard here, resoling some shoes. So once again, on behalf of Devizes Television, thanks for your insight, thanks for your intel, and keep watching Devizes Television.
I do. Thank you.
Thank you.